Before I start this video, guys, I want to say a huge thank you to Piss for giving me this idea to do this video. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much, Piss. G'day, guys. How the hell are ya? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video on Kynan-Aye. First of all, before I start, guys, thank you guys so much for about 50 subscribers. We're halfway there to my goal of 100. Obviously, because 50 is half of 100, making it halfway there. You get the joke?
What the fuck?
No, but for real, guys, in this video today, I'm going to be showing you my top 10 pop culture villains as Funko Pops. Let's get into it. Alright, guys, so if you don't know what pop culture is, everyone knows what pop culture is, but I'll explain it anyway. You know, classic TV shows, classic movies, classic video games, anything that brings back nostalgia or some sort of significance to a person, I believe is classified as pop culture. So if you're into Nintendo, pop culture. If you're into, I don't know, television series, pop culture. If you like a certain movie, like Forrest Gump, for example, pop culture. Any sort of thing that you find interesting as characters or as a whole, I would consider it pop culture. So that being said, guys, I currently have my top 10 in my collection. There were a few I was going to call honorable mentions because I simply don't have the Funko Pop, not because they couldn't make a list. They were pretty good figures. So one being the Dr. Evil from Austin Powers, another one being the Evil Queen from... What's the Evil Queen from? I don't remember what the Evil Queen's from, I'm sorry, but also the Wicked Witch of the West and Dumbledore. So what?
And Dumbledore. So
what the fuck? From TV shows, movies, and games are all included in the villains category for pop culture. Alright, guys, so on my number one spot we have Johnny Lawrence, not from Cobra Kai. I know it says Cobra Kai right here, but I don't have the original Karate Kid. In Cobra Kai, he's not made to be the villain, he's made to be the good guy. But in the original Karate Kid, Johnny was portrayed as the bully, the asshole, you know, the mean guy. So realistically, I'm going to put him as a villain only on the number one spot because he is a villain, but he's not the worst villain. He's the enemy sort of thing in the movies. Yeah, as you can see, signed by William Zabka. This is not what I'm talking about today, but I'm going to call this a pop culture villain just because of how significant the movie was and just how mean this dude was. Dressed up as skeletons and started bashing old Daniel. Alright, guys, so on my number two spot, we have the alien from Alien, obviously. So this guy, obviously, is an alien. He's attacked the world, he's attacking people, he's killing people, he's causing all sorts of drama, you see? He's like a high school chick. He's causing all kinds of drama. You know, a lot of people don't like him because, you know, he eats their faces, but honestly, you can't get more classic of a horror movie than Alien. But, yeah, I want to put him on my number two spot simply because I don't like the movie too much. Alright, guys, so on my number three spot, we have the Predator from Predator. Now, this guy I really like. The figure is awesome. He's got some cool looking dreadlocks there. You know, this is the exclusive version to, I think, Hot Topic, I believe it was in the US. But this guy, of course, comes in my number three spot because I think the movies are a little bit better than Alien. But that's just my personal opinion. So we're taking a trip down memory lane with this two-pack. Marv and Harry from Home Alone. You're thinking to myself, Kynan, why in the hell are you putting these guys next to Alien and Predator? It's because these guys robbed people's houses and stole all their shit. You don't do that, especially on Christmas, man. Like, come on. And especially this bloody mongrel, what did he do? He grabbed some toilet paper, put in a sink, and flooded the whole house. That's why they call the wet bandits, because they flood crap. But this is mean. I don't really appreciate that. But obviously these guys look really cool. I can't really show you, but Marv has got his top of the head actually exposed when he got his head set on fire and stuck it in the toilet. And Marv actually has the red spot on his head from when he got hit in the head with a brick. I really like these guys. Perfect 2-back. Alright guys, so I think you were expecting something to do with Lord of the Rings coming into this. We have Saruman from Lord of the Rings. Bro, he tried to steal the rings. You don't do that. You don't do that. But anyway, this guy, played by Christopher Lee, sorry. He's got the ball, pretty cool, all dressed in white, with his white beard, his white hair, because he's old. But you've got to add something to do with Lord of the Rings. It was either I'm going to put Lord of the Rings or the Harry Potter into this video, but I don't have a Lord Voldemort, so I can't exactly do that, but yeah, there he is. Alright guys, so on my number 6 spot we have Hans Gruber from Die Hard. So again, on Christmas, trying to steal I think $600 million, this makes him a pretty cool villain. The movie was cool, so I mean, that's also why he's a classic pop culture villain, because, of course, the movie did so well, and apparently it's classified as a Christmas movie. I kind of classify it as a Christmas movie, but it's really not. It's not like bloody Rudolph or you know, Elf or, you know, something like that. This is guys getting freaking destroyed on chairs and crap. So, there he is. A pretty simple figure, but you got to appreciate the movie that it came from, because it's a pretty damn good movie. Alright guys, so on my number 4 spot, we have Jack Torrance. We had to have put another horror reference in this, guys. Come on. This was written by Stephen King originally, I believe, played by Jack Nicholson, and he did a fantastic job of portraying this guy. Like, horror movies don't really scare me, but when it comes to the supernatural kind of unhinged sort of experiences that the people go through to make them go crazy. You know, like The Exorcist, for example. It's all played with the mind. You know, Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lambs. You know, it's the thought process that scares you more than anything, and it's him slowly turning insane, which makes this guy really, really iconic, as well as the movie really, really scary. And I'm going to have these people in the comments, oh, it ain't scary. You're not mature enough to understand if it's scary. It might not be jump scary sort of stuff, but the thing is, it's the insanity that this guy was doing. Anyway, I'm rambling. This is my number 4 spot as Jack Torrance. Alright guys, we got Walking Dead Negan, blood splattered. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, again, did a really great job of playing the humorous yet vile and sickening man that was Negan. I do think he's still alive in The Walking Dead. I don't know, they kill off a lot of people in that show. I kind of lost track of it, but he is a blood-splattered version. He's got his baseball bat from when he was about to do, you know what, to Abraham and Glenn. Spoilers alert, but it's been out long enough, so just, I'm sorry. It's kind of dusty, because I don't dust my pops because I've got too many of them, but, of course, when you think of Walking Dead, it's either Rick, Michonne, or Negan that you think, or Daryl. Of course, you can't forget Daryl, but this guy is turned out really cool. An iconic part to the TV show, which of course makes it a very, very well-known pop culture reference. Negan from The Walking Dead. Alright guys, so on my number 2 spot we have the Joker. Now, this isn't just from the Suicide Squad Joker, I'm just referencing Joker in general. You know, the guy who robs banks and he kills heaps of people and he just destroys Batman. It's a bit dark, this guy. He, I think he was in a mental hospital, and then he escaped and he started all this crap, and he's just a mean dude. This is the Comic-Con New York exclusive, I believe, and there's a moth on there. Okay. But awesome figure, really like it. But, of course, you have to add him into the pop culture list because you don't get more iconic than the Joker. If you pick a villain from either DC or Marvel, it's either going to be a crossover between Thanos or the Joker. I didn't add Thanos into this list because I don't like Marvel. Okay, guys. The moment you've all been waiting for. On my number one spot of the best pop culture villains as Funko Pops is no other than Darth Vader. Now, this is the unmasked version, but I mean, from the guy who destroyed planets, killed millions of people and life forms, and just overall was a complete asshole, Darth Vader has to take the number one spot because, I don't know, Star Wars has a big following. I absolutely love Star Wars, so, I mean, there's no Star Wars here to really prove it, but I have a shelf here, right beside me, that has a bunch of Star Wars stuff on it, so you know what? It's cool. But unfortunately, Dave Prowse passed away, who actually played Darth Vader, so I won't actually be able to meet this guy. I'm not going to talk about autographs or talk about it too often, but this is my number 10 spot. I believe that he absolutely takes the crown. It's probably very close between him and the Joker, but again, this guy turned out really well, and he's definitely one of the top pop culture villains of all time. Alright guys, that concludes my top pop culture villains of all time as Funko Pops. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing. I think we're halfway there until 100 subs, and then I can give away that Loki Funko Pop that I just posted about. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below. Give this thing a like. And, yeah, have yourselves a bloody good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.